Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making a melt and pour project, and I would like to go over different kinds of colorants that could be used for melt and pour. So as you can see, I do have different types of things here. I just want to go over it very quickly to see what kind of options that you have. So the first option are one of my favorites. It's called micas. It's a powder, and you can see it's a little bit shimmery. The beauty of mica is that it can be added directly to the soap base without pre-mixing, so that's very good, and you can achieve this pearly kind of look. I personally like to transfer it in such jars just for ease of use. Then, very similar to micas, we have pigments. These, you can see, are more solid in color. They need pre-mixing in melt and pour. It can be pre-mixed with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. I'm going to show you in just a moment when we are ready. Then you have glitters. Glitters are such glittery particles. And when you get these, just make sure that you have cosmetic grade and biodegradable. These can be used to add glitter to your existing soap, or just to use it on a translucent soap and then add glitters to it. We're going to see this in just a moment. Another option that is fun is natural colorants, and there are many possibilities. Like you could add paprika or turmeric, madderroot powder, like this one here, and you will see how this is going to perform in melt and pour. Another great possibility for as a natural colorant is activated charcoal. This also has some skin benefits, like some detoxing benefits for the skin. Then another possibilities are liquid colorants. These can also be added directly to melt and pour. And here you can see this is very concentrated blue. So I have blue, you cannot really see because it's dark, red and yellow. And when you have these three colors, of course, you can do lots of color combinations, like red and blue together. You will achieve purple, and then red and yellow gives orange, yellow and blue gives green, and so forth. You can see another video that I will link down in the description if you are more interested in these kind of color theories. The first thing that I'm going to do now is to cut down the melt and pour soap base in smaller chunks so that they are easy to melt down. I have the Pyrex heat resistant jar here on my scale, so I can see how much I need. Okay, so now I'm going to put this in the microwave in increments of 30 seconds so that the soap doesn't burn. It's very important. You could also use a double boiler. So while our soap is completely melting down, I'm going to prepare the colorants that need pre-mixing. I'm just gonna go and add a little bit of rubbing alcohol in this small cup here, and then just add the madderroot powder. That looks brownish, but Let's see how it turns out in soap. Also pre-mixing, we'll need the pigments that we are using. I love this one here. It's a neon and it's electric bubblegum by Brambleberry. Also going to pre-mix it. And we will not need much. And then we add the rubbing alcohol to it. See, it's a beautiful neon. Absolutely love it. As you can tell, now the soap is completely melted. So what I like to do is to just take such a measuring cup, and it has markings here for milliliters, and I can just pour what I need. Very easy. So now to this one, this is going to be 2 soaps. I'm going to add this burlesque mica here. This is a mica, so it does not need any pre-mixing, so to speak. I'm going to add it to the soap base. It's always good to start with a little bit, and then if you see that you need more, you can just add more to it. It doesn't work the other way around. And then I like to take a whisk, because in my opinion, this is very good to incorporate mica into the soap. So this looks pretty good now. I like the color intensity, and when I have achieved this, then I'm gonna go ahead and put the fragrance oil. This is my fragrance oil. It's black raspberry vanilla. You can see it's quite a large jar. So what you can do is, for example, use a pipette and then add the amount to the soap base. Looks good and smells good. When I have my molds ready to go, I like to put my molds on such a tablet, if you want to call it that way, because that way you can easily move around your project. So I'm just going to pour into the cavities. And then you see these little air bubbles here. We take a little bit of rubbing alcohol and the bubbles are gone. So next, it's also going to be 200 milliliters. And this time I'm using a mica as well. It's the Bloom Gold mica to achieve a honey color. Just going to add it to the soap. If you see that you still have some mica clumps, again, you can take a little bit of rubbing alcohol and just spritz, and they will disappear. I'm going to add dark honey from Saint Perfect, just because it fits to the color. And pour it into the mold. spritz away the air bubbles. Our next is going to be just one soap of 100 milliliters. And this time we're going to try to add some charcoal. I'm going to go ahead and just add it straight into the mixture and see how we are doing. I think we should be okay. I don't want it to be completely black. I just want it to have like a black kind of tint to it. We're just going to add a little bit of rubbing alcohol to make dispersing easier. All right, this is our black soap. And I'm gonna add a little bit of alien dupe fragrance oil to it. And then pour it into the mold. Let's try madderroot powder as a natural colorant next. So remember, we premixed this one. It would have been better for the charcoal too, now thinking about it. So let's see how this is gonna turn out in the soap. It's interesting how the color changed a little bit. So I'm gonna add a little bit of passion fruit fragrance oil to this one. Looks nice, smells nice too. So we pour it into the mold as well. Spritz the bubbles away with rubbing alcohol. Let's try liquid colorant next. These ones here are really very vibrant, so you want to be careful. I'm gonna just go ahead and try it. Pour it on a little stick first, just to prevent too much. A little bit more. I think this is already good. You see, it's very vibrant. And of course, I'm going to add some watermelon fragrance to this one. And then I'm gonna pour it into the mold. Now, since it is a watermelon fragrance, I'm just gonna add some poppy seeds to it as well, just for the fun of it. And then mix it up a little bit to achieve the watermelon look with the poppy seeds. Now you can also mix two different colors, like the primary colors, to achieve another color. For example, if you take a little bit of the yellow, just try to be very careful here. So you see now, add a little bit more. is turning yellow. Now if I add a little bit of the blue, and again here I just need to add just a little tiny bit because the blue is really vibrant, then we achieve a type of a turquoise. And the more yellow you add, more towards the green type of grass it's gonna turn. You see the difference here. All right. So I'm going to give this one like a tropical type of fragrance. Nice. And again, going to pour into the mold. Now we're going to try our pigment colorant, this electric bubble gum. I think we don't need much either. Does it not look nice and vibrant? Absolutely love it. And I'm going to add some strawberry and champagne, just for the fun of it. You don't really need much fragrance in melt and pour because it holds the fragrance really, really well. So here's some gold glitter. Just gonna add it to it. I like to use the salt and pepper shakers just because it's convenient for me. I don't know if the camera can really pick up, but it has a nice gold glitter. Maybe we can add a little bit more to it. And then the fragrance here, I'm going to choose toasted almond and plum crumble. You could of course also color the soap and then add glitter to it, however you want to do it. I think it's completely up to you. There are no limits to creation. Oh, and I see it looks beautiful. I'm gonna give it a spritz with rubbing alcohol. All right, now we are going to leave these soaps here to completely harden. I'm not gonna put them into the fridge because if you do so, the soap tends to sweat more. So I'm just gonna leave it like this, and we're gonna come back to unmold in 1 or 2 hours. It's a while later, maybe 1.5 hours, so we can now go ahead and see. They are completely hard to the touch and cool, so then you know they are ready to be taken out. This is the black raspberry vanilla one. I like to use gloves just because that way I will not have any fingerprints on the glycerin soap. Nice and pearly look. Then we have the activated charcoal. Nice black looking. The madder root powder. It's like orangey type of look, also very pretty. And then our liquid colorant, liquid red. I'm gonna put it here onto the whiteboard so you can really see how the color is. And then we have the liquid colorants green that were mixed with the yellow and the blue color liquid colorant, also very nice green. Then we have the pigment electric bubblegum Looks very vibrant. You can see it better when it's on a board here, how vibrant it actually is. And our last one was the glitter soap. It's just nice and glittery. You can see it here on the board. How they turned out. I like to put them immediately into such a cellophane sheet or a shrink wrap. This one here is a shrink wrap. I just add it like so. Then I'm gonna put the sellotape and then shrink wrap it and label it. I'm gonna show you in just a moment. But this is a very important step, because if you leave it in the air, it might be that it just starts to sweat. Not always, but especially if you live in a very humid climate, it might very well be that it starts to sweat. And it just, you know, adds some pearl, like if the soap would sweat, and this is just not good, like from an aesthetic viewpoint, so to speak. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing, and also check out the playlist on the screen where you can find many more of these types of soap related videos. I see you next time, and have a great day. Bye bye.